For the people who are new to Sunday with Spirit, this is not a tarot card pull. This is an oracle card pull. I use my Mystical Shaman oracle cards as well as my enchanted map cards. And it's not so much what I have to say, but what you get out of the cards as well. And this Sunday, and this is not political, so I don't really answer any political questions or anything, but in the U.S. we are very entrenched in this political scene that we're in. And last week there was a lot of talk about love, light, empathy, and we're going to go into this week and we're going to talk about we don't know. It's the journey. Now, when I pulled this card, what I got out of this card, what I saw in this card was a solitude, being alone, being in the darkness and being okay with it, knowing that what we have in our hearts are what matters. And the owl above, to me, represented more of being able to see in this dark through our spirit guides, through our God, through the higher source that we utilize. So as we navigate through these uncertain times, we need to trust what's in our heart. I also think it's important not to stay in the darkness. So when we hear something that doesn't resonate with us, that we don't agree with, it's important to rise above it and to stay in the light. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull two cards from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and I am going to pull two cards from the Enchanted Map deck, and then we will pull what to release and what to embrace. I should have pulled another one of these enchanted map cards for here, but I got carried away and I'm just going to leave it. So pick a card. They all may have meanings for you, but if one rings clearer to you, one rings clearer to you. So let's just see what we got here. And this is, once again, the topic of this is how to feel safe with the unknown. Rainmaker. Can y'all see that? Rainmaker. This card reminds me just of dancing. Make sure you're dancing. Make sure that we don't get so caught up in the unknown. We know everything's going to work out. Everything is here for a purpose, so we can learn, so we can grow, so we can become the best people we can be. So let our light wings shine and dance. Make some rain happen. It's just me in California. Make some rain happen. Time Master in Medicine position. For me, this card says so often we think time linearly in a straight line. How come I can't say that word? In a straight line. And really it's not. We can jump into all different time realms. So whatever we're in this time, it'll pass for sure. Don't think we're stuck in this time. We're not. If we dance correctly, we can make anything we want in this time. Bone collector, me like this card. He's so happy. Bone collector. I just look at this card, and even though he's sitting in the desert, he's got his tools around him. He's made a little altar that he's sitting in. He's got his halo of light. He's collected all of the things that are important to him. Even got the clock. Which goes with Time Master. So, what's important to us? And when I ask that question, I go back to this darkness here and this darkness here. That's not what's important. Even though we make it important sometimes, because it's got more angst to it or something. You know, why do we make the negative more important than the positive? What's that say? Commitment. I think we had this last week too, didn't we? And when I look at this now, I say make the commitment to stay in the light. Especially after we were talking about, you know, the dark, what's important. Make the commitment, stay in the light. Now, as we move down to the bottom rows, one of these is to release. One of these is to embrace. And I'm not sure which one is which. You'll know. The gatherer in medicine position. Let's just look at that. It's a beautiful card. So when we're gathering up when we're a gatherer, if we gather too much, it's just going to go rotten. If we don't gather enough, then our stomachs are going to grumble. That's no good. So in being in medicine position and seeing them holding on, make sure we don't grab too much. Make sure we don't hold on too tight. If something needs to be let go, let it go. The ancient ones in medicine position. Now to me, this is one of the darker cards here, although we do have a lot of darkness at the bottom of these other ones, but this is just a darker one, the ancient ones, the ones that have come before us, the ones that have already walked this path. I think this is telling us, being in medicine position, to respect what has gone on in the past. And for me, when I thought about, well, what has gone on in the past, I didn't think about my lifetime. I thought about my grandparents' lifetime. and their grandparents. And it was so simple. It was, well, so less technology. Let's put it that way. I don't think it was simple. Everybody has their ups and downs. However, it was a little simpler, I think. You wake up, you gather your food, and that would take all day, and you would have more of a relationship with the earth and the planet and the animals, even though this is not a hunter, but still, and the insects. So, these cards are so beautiful. So, going back to the question, how do we feel safe in the unknown? It's just a journey. It's a journey that we're on. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not scary. It's just a journey. Don't forget to dance. We have the time. It's not one foot in front of the other. Maybe it's the, don't forget the back step in the dance. And what's important to us? There is not one cell phone in here, by the way. Make sure that we have a commitment to stay in the light. Let's not get sucked down into the dark. Gather only what we need. Let the other stuff go away. And don't forget to honor the ancient ones. Today's time may not be the best for what we actually need. Honor the people before us, the time before us. Alrighty, I'm done. Thank you all for being with me on this. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for being here. Peace and love.